I need you to pretend with me today. I need you to imagine that we're back in high school, and we know we've got a substitute teacher today, but she's that one that always follows the course curriculum. But today, she's wheeling in the TV cart. If you were alive for it, think about the day of the Challenger explosion, or 9/11. Well, I was in college at the time, but some people's teachers actually rolled TVs into the classrooms that day. Very much like when the Challenger went down. This is the level of concern we're talking here. This is the level of reality I want us to all get to, especially if we're here on the left, because there's a lot of privileged thinking and a lot of, well, for you guys, we'll call it lethal optimism. We need to understand the point in time that we are. We all need to get on the same page about that. So I hope you'll watch. Someone always says it better, right? I spent a couple hours this morning editing this down from about an hour to about 23 minutes, I think. I hope you'll give it the time. I hope you'll do yourself the favor of watching it. We're in a very stark place. If you think we're not already in a war, you're wrong. We're already in a civil war. We're already in partition. And we're in multiple genocides. Genocides don't start with camps and they don't start with deaths. No, genocides start with dehumanization. There's plenty of that to go around. The video I'm including comes from PBS, from my local station, Cascade PBS, that I support financially as well.
We see what goes on in the world, don't we? Our world is in peril. Every day it becomes more and more fractured and toxic, out of our control. We are being torn apart by immense gulfs of selfishness, distrust, fear, greed, indifference, denial. Millions are being displaced, impoverished, denied justice simply because of who they are. Beaten, murdered, silenced, forgotten. We see this, don't we? How can we not see this? So, what can we do? What can you do? What can I do? What can we do that we are not already doing? Do we have a duty, a responsibility as individuals to do something? Anything? And how do we know what to do? How do we know what we're capable of? It's not easy knowing. Human beings have infinite capacity to ignore things that are not convenient.
Now I go back 35 years. No, I don't go back, you know. It's a matter of... All right, I got that.
Jan Karski. Born Jan Kozielewski, 1914. Messenger of the Polish people to their government in exile. A man who told of the annihilation of the Jewish people while there was still time to stop it. Hero of the Polish people. Professor, Georgetown University, 1952 to 1992. And always immaculately dressed. Now I go back. In my classes on government and politics, I tell my students, governments have no souls. They have only their interests in mind. Individuals have souls. The common humanity of people, not the power of governments, is the only real protector of human rights. So, I ask you, what is your duty as an individual? Every generation takes on a new revolution. Shmuel Ziegelboim, remember his name. This man loved his people more than he loved himself. Ziegelboim shows us this total helplessness, the indifference of the world. What we are witnessing now is very discouraging. Every generation brings destruction, partition, violence. And yet there is this desire to preserve language, identity, culture. As a boy in Poland, we had to learn many languages because we never knew who would take us over. For 35 years, I have never mentioned, even to my students, that I took part in the war. I wanted to forget that degradation, humiliation, and that dirt. I was forgotten, and I wanted to be forgotten. One day, 1978, I am discovered. A man knocks on my door, a filmmaker. His name, Claude Lanzmann. And he is very full of himself. He likes to brag. I'm making this film. It will be the greatest film ever made about the tragedy of the Jews. It will be called Shoah. And it will be as long as it needs to be to tell what needs to be told. And Professor Karski, you will be in this film. There will be no actors, no Hollywood nincompoops, only perpetrators, victims, witnesses. And you are in the third group. I will have an interview with you. No, you will not have an interview with me. I am out of it. But I remember he is a bit of an authoritarian. He is very, very pushy. Professor Karski, look in the mirror. You are old man. You are going to die soon. You have historical responsibility. It is your duty to speak. He convinces me. I made a fool of myself. I broke down a few times. It was the first time that I was involved again in that experience. Lanzmann asks me questions. Do you think you have succeeded in your report to the world? Do you think you have succeeded in conveying the magnitude? Professor Karski, you are a unique witness. You are a hero. No, no. I am insignificant little man. Hero? No. People in Poland were not happy that I took part in that film. They say it does not reflect kindly on my country. Very young. My mother, Valentina Kozhelewska, she wants me to be a diplomat, ambassador of Poland. I listen, I work hard. Everybody says I have excellent memory, and I am a good boy. My mother, very, very Catholic, devotion, respect for others. She is making us in her image. There are some boys, children, whom my mother calls bad boys. They would sneak over the roof and throw dead rats. Bad boys, bad Catholic boys, teasing the Jews, throwing dead rats at the Jews. Yashu, keep watch like a good Catholic boy. My best friends in school are Jewish. They help me with science. I help them with Polish literature and history. Izio Fuchs, extremely religious. Another one, Leba Bushitz, is abject poverty. He must have been treated badly. Izio tells us, I say, we have to be friendly with Leba because if he doesn't find friends with us, where will he find friends? Izio's younger brother, Salush. Everybody loves Salush, but I like him most of all. He wants to be a pianist, but I can never get him to play the piano for me. I don't know what happens to them. And I leave Łódź for university to study law and diplomacy. After graduation, I am invited to attend a youth rally in Germany. Thousands of faces, somehow all the same. Tremendous hullabaloo, tremendous hall like a concert, a circus. Darkness, shock, nothing is happening. Then the sun descends on one point alone. A man, medals on his chest, light glowing around him. That is Hermann Goering. You have to take responsibility for the human race, because you belong to the superior race. We are destined to govern, to bring order to the world, to create a lasting peace. And only the honest, decent youth of Germany can create such peace. Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! Sieg Heil! What is happening? That was Goering. It is enough to make someone dizzy. The noise, the lighting. To me, at this moment, they represent Western civilization. I go to Geneva to learn French, to London to learn English. It's very, very difficult. I work a low-level job in the Polish embassy, but I feel I have a longing for home. I return to Poland, to Warsaw, and join the diplomatic service. If my mother were still alive, she would be very, very proud. I want to represent my nation. I love my country. I am a proud citizen of a big empire. Slip of paper. Secret mobilization order. Polish army needs you. Settle your affairs and report to the train station in 2 hours. Sent to the German border in crisp khaki uniform with unbridled optimism. Death to Hitler! Niech się Polska, long live Poland. We can finish this alone. A town called Oświęcim, in German, Auschwitz, but later infamous. But now, 1939, just an ordinary place with a brilliant, cloudless sky. September 1st, 5:05 in the morning, time for a shave. It comes out of nowhere. The Germans bomb our camp. Men are dying. I retreat. I crawl back to the station. I don't even know who is firing, who is on our side. Total devastation. Chaos. The blitzkrieg. I see the destruction of everything I have believed in. Poland is strong. Poland is an empire. Poland is the whole world to me, and that whole world is destroyed. Everything I have believed in up till now no longer applies. Poland loses the war in 20 minutes. I walk, a refugee. It is summer. The heat is terrible. We don't know where we are going. Thousands with no place to go. Who will take us in? I try to walk on the softer sides of my feet. They are so blistered. 15 days I walk. I see tanks with a hammer and sickle. Soviets have entered Poland. Polish captain waves a white handkerchief. They take us to labor camp. We sleep in a warehouse beneath a red star and a portrait of Stalin. We shiver in the raw autumnal wind, barbed wire in circles. Cold? Are you Poles cold? Well, that's because your bones are hollow and your blood runs weak. Exploiters, bloodsuckers. You will learn how to work in Russia. Your backs will ache, your hands will bleed, your fingernails will break open, but you will learn how to work. For 4 weeks, I learned how to work. I see opportunity. There is coming an exchange with the Germans. Approach Russian officer. Sir, the men have been speaking about an exchange. What, you don't like it here? I love it here. I would like to stay here. But my wife is expecting our first child. I want to return to Łódź to be with her. I am sure he realizes I am lying. This, for me, is a lesson. There is no such thing as good nation, bad nation. Each individual has infinite capacity to do good and infinite capacity to do evil. We have a choice. I lie. I survive. The others will be taken to the edge of a pit and shot in the head, stacked neatly in mass graves. 22,000 in the massacre in the Katyn forest. Radom, military base in occupied Poland. A model Nazi facility. We eat tiny amounts of inedible food. We sleep on the cold, hard November ground. No overcoats, no blankets. Every day, deaths come from exposure and disease. I see how common and lightly regarded death can be. Police fine. You are going to be taken to labor camp where you will work. If you attempt to escape, you will be shot. If you create disturbance, you will be shot. Load the swine onto the train. Citizens of Poland, I am going to jump from this train. War is not lost. We are not defeated. Join me if you are willing to take the risk. We must not spend our lives as German slaves. Are you or are you not a Pole? I jump from the train. I am no James Bond. I do what I have to do. I escape. Again, I walk. 100 miles. Thousands along the road, silent, exhausted. Everywhere, devastation left by the blitzkrieg. Warsaw, shocking ruin of its former self. Street after street, heaped with rubble and debris. Cafes, theaters, libraries, churches, vanished as if they never existed. Graves for the dead, improvised in parks and public squares. There is no longer a Poland. Yet, irrationally, some part of me believes a fragment still exists. We must fight if we want to exist.